Good morning. So today we'll be talking about the fundamentals of Bitcoin, the blockchain, and Binance. My name is Ifeoma Waje, and I am your Binance tutor for today. So I'm just going to wait for more people to join in so that we can kickstart this. The chat is live. So let me have any questions you might have on here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Eddie. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you can see the slide. Let me know if you can see the full slide in the chat box. For joining. So today we will be talking about fundamentals of Bitcoin, blockchain, and Binance. Again, my name is Ifeoma Waje. I am your Binance tutor for today. We're going to start by finding out what money is. So what is money? Money is a tool to exchange value. It's basically any tool we use to exchange value, anything you can use to transfer value from one person to another. Money is basically a shared belief system. What is fiat money? Fiat money is paper money issued by government, any money that is a legal tender that replaced gold and other commodities that were used in the past. You know, in the past, people used like cows to exchange rice and things like that. Fiat money is portable and easy to use. Fiat money is physical. It's not scarce. It can always be reprinted by the government. And this is why there is inflation. Fiat money has no intrinsic value. It's just what it is. Its only value is that the government says it is money. Is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a digital form of money. And instead of being protected by gatekeepers like the central bank, cryptocurrency is protected by cryptography. Cryptography is the science of protecting information by transforming it into a secure format. Cryptography is basically advanced mathematics. Digital money is not tangible like other legal tender, and cryptocurrencies are distributed on a peer-to-peer network. This means that I can transact with anybody halfway across the world at any time, 24 hours a day, without the need for any third party. So when we transact now, we're not waiting for like Visa or MasterCard or like the central bank or commercial bank to approve our transaction. It's instant, it's fast. It's peer-to-peer, which means we are doing it directly with each other, like saying Joe can buy directly from Funaya. It's borderless. It's so much, much cheaper than using fiat. What is Bitcoin? This is a buzzing topic right now, and I know many of you will have questions on this particular subject, but I'll just break it down for you. Cryptocurrencies are digital form of money, and Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency. The fact that it is protected by cryptography means that we can go and see how many Bitcoins are in circulation at any point in time on the blockchain, how many are being transferred from one person to the other. These transactions cannot be duplicated. It can't be deleted from the system, which means that in 20 years' time, if you come back to check the blockchain, you will find a transaction that was done this year in 2040. You'll still find that transaction. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence. There's no CEO of Bitcoin who can wake up tomorrow and decide to print another million Bitcoin. Its scarcity is what gives it value. Bitcoin is open source and peer-to-peer, which means that anybody, anywhere, can use it or access it at any point in time. Again, because it is borderless, it doesn't matter who it is, where they are from, what they do, if they're educated or not, everybody can use Bitcoin. Blockchain provides something that allows transactions to be censorship resistant. So if I do a transaction today, like I said before, in 10 years, 15 years, you would still check and you would find that exact transaction. Who created Bitcoin? This is the biggest question ever on this subject. Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 created Bitcoin. Satoshi is known as either a person, a group of people, or maybe a group of world governments who published a white paper. A white paper usually contains the ideas surrounding the cryptocurrency. So the first idea surrounded by Bitcoin, after they launched it, was published. Bitcoin was launched in 2009, and then Satoshi Nakamoto completely disappeared. Nobody has ever seen or heard from them again. So we really don't know who created Bitcoin. However, everything about it is transparent and can be seen on the blockchain. This technology is protected by cryptography. So whatever is happening on the blockchain is seen by people worldwide. What is blockchain? A blockchain is a distributed database. For example, I write something on a Google document and give access to that document to, say, 8 of my friends. And I write in it, hello, I want pizza. So if I write something in this document, it is updated instantly on all 8 records immediately. That simply is what a distributed database is. So the data is seen by people worldwide, and they have instant access to it. A blockchain transaction, such as a Bitcoin transaction, is updated on nodes around the world. A node, to break it down, you can say a node is like a branch that has other branches attached to it. So basically, all transactions on the blockchain are connected to each other. So if I send value to somebody else using the Bitcoin network, there are thousands of other people who have that individual transaction on their computers wherever they are in the world, as long as they check to see it on the blockchain. So let me elaborate on that. A block, the block in this blockchain is when we put a bunch of transactions together. That forms a block. For example, Daniel sends money to Sheung, Victoria sends money to Bola, Chris Penn sends money to Fred. Now, these three transactions, all of these transactions will get compiled into what is called one block. And a block is just a certain number of transactions. Every single block is linked to every other block. What we'll see will be a linked chain of blocks like this. This is a linked chain of blocks. The participants don't need to know each other or trust each other. Everyone keeps track of balances and transactions as they happen. And some people will say, what happens if someone tries to cheat the system? This is by cryptography. So whatever you are doing on the blockchain, other people can see. They might not know it's you, Kemi, Fola, or Buki. Know that this transaction is being done. For instance, we have hackers have tried to steal money on the blockchain or do dubious transactions, and exchanges have blocked these addresses so they cannot successfully steal money or transfer money or wash this money on the blockchain. These blocks give tamper proof, give us a tamper proof system. So you can't claim that a transaction was never done when it was actually done. There are thousands of independent records to look at if we want to verify a transaction and its details and how the transaction was broken down, how the money was, where the money came from, where it went to. We can always see that on the blockchain. So now we'll move to Bitcoin versus blockchain. People always want to know, what is blockchain? What is Bitcoin? What is the connection between them and the same thing? What does the blockchain do? Bitcoin is simply the first implementation of the blockchain that was built on top of protocols and rules that the blockchain was created on. Like I said earlier, a blockchain is a distributed database, records information for all time. It can store any kind of digital data. It has several use cases. And there are various ways to build a blockchain. You can build different types of blockchain for different use cases. It serves as a digital ledger. So the record of every single transaction on the blockchain is out there and anybody can see it. But I mean, you can't identify those who have actually done these transactions. While Bitcoin is a digital currency, this financial asset is tradable. It is the first implementation of the blockchain that was built, like I said, on the blockchain. It is the most popular cryptocurrency. It's built on, you can use it through computer software. It has an open source code. It is public and it is decentralized. I want to talk about a recent incident in Nigeria. As most of you would know or have heard, we have had this EndSARS problem in Nigeria for some weeks now, and people tried to donate money to those who were fighting for the cause so that they could, buy supplies, treat those who were shot at, and all of that. And the link through which they were trying to donate these monies was blocked by the government also. Now, after this link was blocked, the donations didn't stop coming. They just switched up straight to Bitcoin. So people were able to make donations through Bitcoin on the blockchain. So you see, Bitcoin cannot be stopped. Transactions on the blockchain can pretty much not be stopped by anybody. Like you can't just wake up and stop someone's transaction. It is basically, cryptocurrency is basically money of the people, by the people, and for the people. It gives you financial freedom. Bitcoin is one of the best things that has happened to the finance industry, and it is important to learn what this is really about and understand how you can use it. I know there are people who say, oh, Bitcoin is used for fraudulent activities. There was fraud before the blockchain was created. There was fraud before Bitcoin, and most people who do these dubious transactions, you might not hear of it, but they get caught, or these funds are frozen on the blockchain and they cannot move them. They cannot actually use them eventually. So we'll move to Bitcoin versus fiat money. Fiat, like I said, is a legal tender of any country. For example, Nigeria, fiat for Nigeria is the naira. Fiat for South Africa is the rand. The fiat for the UK is the pound sterling. It goes on and on. So fiat money is centralized. Fiat money is centralized because the central banks control fiat money. It's controlled by governments. It's not scarce because the governments can keep printing fiat money. And truthfully, it has unlimited supply. Even though they try to make it seem like it's scarce, it's really not scarce. There are chargebacks, which means when you use fiat, like a transaction can be reversed. Like you say, oh, you credited the wrong account, you go to the bank and make this complaint, and the receiver agrees that yes, it was wrong. You can reverse this transaction. However, Bitcoin is not that way. Bitcoin is decentralized. There's no one person who controls Bitcoin. Bitcoin is peer-to-peer. We don't need anybody controlling the transactions we do or how we do it or when we do it. We don't need to take their permission. It's permissionless. Bitcoin is scarce. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. There are 21 million Bitcoin. It's controlled and it has limited supply. Bitcoin's transactions are irreversible transactions. Yeah. So if you want to do a Bitcoin transaction, you have to be extra careful that the address you are sending the funds to or the value to is the correct address. Because if you get even one letter or one word wrong, you will see that the money will not get to the person you are trying to send the money to, and that money is gone forever. Bitcoin is because the person, whoever gets it, might not even know who it came from. I might not be able to, return it. They might not even understand why they got it in the first place. Sending Bitcoin is fast and cheap. It is also censorship resistant. Fiat money, in a way, is inefficient. There are always issues with, okay, there's no network, the bank is not working, we can't get our money out, and things like that. So, bank transfers, for instance. A basic bank transfer, say Alice wants to send money through the bank to Bob. Alice is trying to send $200 to Bob. The bank takes $14. The banks do this for like millions of transactions, and that's basically how they make their money. The fees are high, almost 10%, close to 10% sometimes. The processing time takes long. It could be 1, it could be 3, it could be 7 days, And but the blockchain transfer, if Alice is trying to send Bob the same $200 on the blockchain, the highest it will probably be like $1. It's so cheap and it's fast. The person gets their money in less than 2 hours at the very worst. If the blockchain is not choked up, the person gets their money at the most in 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours. Unless, of course, they've sent the money to the wrong address. Next is cryptocurrency wallets. Cryptocurrency wallets are a tool used to interact with the blockchain network and can be divided into 3 major groups. There's the software, there's the web, which is the Binance, there's the mobile, and the hardware. Then there are paper wallets. The hardware wallets are like Trezor. These are the hardware wallets, and paper wallets are cold wallets, which is your nano ledgers and all of that. While the hot wallets are the software wallets, which you can use on your web, your desktop, or your mobile. You can delve into these more on the Binance Academy when this stream is over. Next, we have blockchain uses. Yeah, so just like the example I just gave us, remittance, supply chain, healthcare. There are other use cases like charity, decentralized finance, dApps, gaming, governance, identity management, and IoT. So there are various use cases on the blockchain, for the blockchain, some of which are like this remittance, sending money abroad. It makes it so easy and it's so trackable. The supply chain is easy to track goods right from the source of the raw material to its production. You would know where it is on the blockchain. Its stage of development on the blockchain, you can see that on the blockchain, its stage of development, its completion, up to the point where it is actually delivered to the customers or the users of these goods. There are also a number of cases that are crucial, like the healthcare case right now, especially in this time of COVID-19, keeping records, tracking people, and all of that. The blockchain is used for big data like that. On remittance, worldwide transfer of money is fast. The largest flow of funds into developing countries, the fastest growing industry. It was 9.6% increase in 2018. Blockchain remittance, less intermediaries, lower fees, and faster transactions. On the supply chain, like I said, network of people and businesses creating these products or services, lack of efficiency and transparency. But because of the blockchain, tamper-proof database is customizable, it's secure and transparent. You can see what is happening all the time. There are little or no intermediaries. The fraud is actually less, contrary to what most people believe. There's reduced labor work and reduced costs for producers and manufacturers. Blockchain use cases in healthcare. Storage of medical data records. Data can be easily erased or modified on centralized databases, which is a prime target for hackers and people who just want to do damage to people's records for personal reasons. There's a lack of transparency and medical insurance frauds. People who want to, take the life of others just so that they can get their medical insurance. But on blockchain healthcare, There's customizable accessibility and transparency, usually built as distributed on private networks. There's permission-based management, hospital staff for patients and the likes. There's fraud protection and increased security, data integrity and interoperability. The data integrity, because the information is distributed, is because a distributed database, different people have these records all the time. So you can't just wake up and change something on the database or force it down people's throats that it is what it is not. So the blockchain healthcare has so many advantages. It's easy for different networks to verify and exchange data. DeFi, something that has been the rave of the moment this year, 2020. And it is, the full meaning is decentralized financing. You need to do your own research on DeFi. You need to do your own research on DeFi because there are so many people in the market right now, people coming up with different ideas, different things, telling different stories, trying to sell different ideas that really have no real life use case. So you have to do your own personal research before you get into decentralized finance. There are three types of decentralized financing. There are the DEXs, which are the decentralized exchanges. Binance actually has a DEX, a decentralized exchange. There's DeFi for lending, where you can borrow money on the blockchain. There's DeFi for borrowing. The benefits. The benefits of DeFi are financial inclusion. Same rules apply to everyone. Nobody's discriminated because of where they're from, or the documents they have or anything like that. It's globally accessible, so anybody anywhere can actually have access to it. It's private and permissionless, so you stay anonymous, and you don't need any intermediary to do your thing in decentralized financing. It's non-custodial and there's no KYC. There's no know your customer in it. So you're not giving your details to anybody, and there's high liquidity in DeFi. However, there's some issues on DeFi. The education. People need to do their own research, like I said. People need to study what DeFi is before they put their 2 feet in the water on this one. Scalability issues with Ethereum high fees for retail users to participate. User experience mistakes, like sending money to the wrong address, sending value to the wrong address. No secure industry standard. There's this frenzy right now. So most of these DeFis will fail. There are some with real life use cases, but most will fail. And you need to be sure that the DeFi you're getting into has a standard, a high standard. They're recognized, and they would not just shut down one day and you lose all of your money. So you need to do your own research on this DeFi. Just Google DeFi cryptocurrency and a lot of things will come up. Take your time on this one. Now I want to introduce you to Binance. This is my Binance class, as you saw in the beginning. Binance is the world's leading blockchain and cryptocurrency infrastructure provider with a financial product suite that includes the largest digital asset exchange by volume. Trusted by millions worldwide, we are dedicated to increasing the freedom of money for users and features our unmatched portfolio of crypto products and offerings. For more information, please visit www.binance.com. This is more than just an exchange. You have freedom using Binance. The increase the freedom of money globally. We believe that by spreading this freedom, we can significantly improve lives around the world. I'm sure you've heard of people who have been involved in cryptocurrency, legally involved in cryptocurrency, and uh, have now have more money, do star, make profit from it, and all of that. That is the freedom Binance is pushing out. In trading volume, it took Binance 42 days to become number 10 best and largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. It took them 92 days, like 3 months, to become number 5, 156 days, less than half of a year, to become number 3, and 165 days to become number 1 in the world. To date, Binance is still number 1. Binance is still number 1. And to be honest, I don't see anybody beating this record. The strength is secure to use Binance. It's as long as you do your own research and you're not careless with your money, you don't come into this market and try to be greedy, thinking you can make money. No, like, you need to take your time and understand it. Take your time and understand what this is really about. This is not a Ponzi scheme. This is not some sort of Ponzi scheme where they ask you to bring 2 people, those 2 people bring another 2 people. No, none of that here. This is basically a place for financial freedom, where you come, you do your own research, decide what cryptocurrencies you want to get invested in, and grow from there. So Binance has an ecosystem. There's the core that has fiat gateways where you can exchange your cryptocurrency for money in your account, spot margin, futures and options, savings, staking, mine pool, loans. You can actually borrow money on Binance to do your trade. So for instance, for those who know about day trading, or those who want to go into day trading, and you enter the market with, say, you have just $100 in your account, you can actually borrow like $300 to do your trade. But obviously, if you're going into a loss, it would stop your transactions, and take back the money. Then there's the Binance card. The Binance card, I think, is used in just America for right now. Then there's the over-the-counter OTC, the peer-to-peer. Binance has research. There's a Binance Academy. I strongly advise you go through the Binance Academy when we are done with this stream. Binance has a charity, the Binance Labs, Launchpad. There's a Binance US dollar. There's a Binance GBP. There's a Binance KRW. These are stable coins. The BUSD, and the BUSD is almost always equal to $1. So that's like the Binance US dollar. Then there's the BNB. This is the name token of the Binance chain. There's a DEX that we talked about earlier, the decentralized exchange. Binance has its own decentralized exchange. Then there's the smart chain. The chain is the upgrade of the chain itself. And Binance supports so many different fiat currencies around the world. Binance has cloud, Binance has access and widgets. Partner fiat to crypto exchanges, like Trust Wallet and Waziri X. They own CoinMarketCap and DApp Review. So to take your time and find out about the Binance ecosystem. This is not something you rush. Take your time and understand all of this. Take your time to understand all of this. You can invest. You can just come in. You can use Binance for just investment. For instance, they have staking pools where you you can call it, it's similar to fixed deposits of banks. So basically what you do is if you have, let me say, $500, you keep $500 for maybe 30 days, 7 days, 14 days, 2 months, 3 months, however long you want to keep it, and you make interest on it. For those who can't trade, this is like, you earn crypto in your sleep, you earn money in your sleep. So and they do this, they have the stable coins which don't really change in value. These stable coins don't change in value. So let's say you stake BUSD, like it's very to fixing the very similar deposit. And let's say for a particular point in time, there's 10% on it. You save that, you make your money your sleep to do anything, you don't do day trade and all of that. So it has a lot of information on its website. You want to, and it does social good. So you want to like go into it, take your time and do your research. Moving on, Binance gives you the best of both worlds. Binance gives you the best of both worlds. Lowest fees in cryptocurrency exchange. Binance has the lowest fees ever. The transactions are done in seconds. So you can convert your cryptocurrency to fiat and have it in your account literally in seconds. You can deposit, you can withdraw. It's convenient and easy to use. Binance Fiat, bank transfer, free deposit, easy to use, just like a normal bank transfer. You can deposit from your and withdraw to your personal bank account simply, safely, and cheaply. P2P, I love P2P. This is like my favorite thing on Binance. It's completely free, completely safe. Buy and sell in your local currency in minutes. Set your own prices. So I want to explain P2P a little bit more. Now, when we say Binance P2P is completely safe, the escrow, so between myself, if I want to buy, let me say, 100 BUSD from Daniel, I would go and click his link, and Binance will hold the money. Binance Exchange will hold the money until Daniel confirms that he has received my $100. Then he will release the 100 BUSD to me. Remember, I said BUSD is a stable coin. It has it's almost always $1. So if I wanted to buy BUSD, I could set the price. If I wanted to sell BUSD, I could set the price to $1.02. So if you want to buy 100 of it from me, you would pay me $102. So when I received the $102, I would click that, yes, I have received the funds in my account, and then Binance will release the money to the buyer. And it goes the same way whether I want to buy or sell. It's safe. It's so safe, so easy, so fast, and you set your own prices. Visa, you can use the Visa MasterCard to fund your Binance wallet. It has low fees, it's instant, it's easy to use, like buying something online like a pair of shoes or jewelry or anything. Now I want to show you how to buy cryptocurrency with your local currency or withdraw to your bank. So, hi guys, I see you all. I see you, Fumi. I see everybody. Francis, hello. I see you guys. I see everyone. Yosh, I'll come back to your question. Just hold on. Right now, I have to do a live buy on Binance. Okay. So, so this is my Binance page. This is my personal Binance. I want some cryptocurrency. So for those who are not Nigerian, I mean, this is buy crypto NG, and this is the to your own country's currency. P2P trading. That page. Sorry about that. Okay. I, bear with me a moment. Let me fix this. Kindly start dropping your questions so that I can attend to them before actually comes. guys. Switching the back online.